service pros. Stop competing price. Start dominating value. This is the Pool Profit Pros podcast, your personal roadmap to $1 million money model for your pool business. The Pool Profit Pros podcast is a production of Pro Tough Products, a premium pool pro solutions provider since 2014. Let's face it, every pool service company has problems. Let's generate effective solutions together.
Welcome to episode 4 of the Pool Profit Pros series. We spent the last 3 sessions really building your foundation. We talked about getting that premium mindset.
Right.
We helped you craft that undeniable Grand Slam offer and, frame your value around peace of mind, getting away from being just a commodity.
Exactly. Setting the stage.
But now we hit the brick wall, the thing that stops almost everyone, the price tag.
Yeah, it's that universal fear, isn't it? Especially in service businesses. If I raise my price, I'll lose customers. My business will shrink.
It's the default assumption, the conservative move.
It is. But today we're going to use some powerful, inescapable math to actually prove the opposite can be true. We're breaking down what we call the profit multiplication effect.
Okay, so our mission today is, it's critical. We need to show you how what looks like a scary retail price increase, maybe 20%, maybe 30%, how that actually translates into a massive, really disproportionate jump in your actual profit, your margin.
Yeah, this is the difference maker. It's surviving versus actually building a scalable $1 million money model.
Okay, let's unpack this connection. It's really important.
Before we jump straight into the numbers, let's just quickly revisit the psychology we talked about. Remember why premium pricing is, non-negotiable for this kind of model.
Right.
Pricing isn't just about covering your costs. It's your loudest signal. Quality, stability, value, all of that.
And underpricing, that just sends the wrong signal.
Exactly. Underpricing your services. It's the fastest way to attract the wrong audience. You get the bargain hunters.
Oh, we know those clients, don't we?
Yeah, less loyal. Right? They complain more. They drain your team's morale.
And they're never satisfied, no matter what you do.
Precisely. They commoditize you. They treat your valuable service like it's just, gallons of milk. But charging a premium, that instantly increases 2 key psychological levers for the client.
Which are?
Their emotional investment, first off. And second, their perceived value of what you're providing.
So you're basically forcing the conversation away from how much does it cost to what value am I getting?
You got it. You're shifting it from a chore they have to pay for to a necessary value-driven investment in their home, their lifestyle, their peace of mind.
So it's not just raising the price and hoping for the best. It's raising the price creates a filter.
A self-selecting mechanism, yeah. If someone's willing to pay that premium, they've already decided your value proposition aligns with what they value.
Which means they probably understand the guarantee you built. They want that peace of mind we talked about.
Exactly. They get that it's worth paying for. And these clients, they're more likely to stick around. They refer others.
That makes sense psychologically. But let's get to the math, because this is the part I think that really blows people away. Why does the profit jump so much more than the price itself?
Right. It really comes down to one key thing: cost leverage. In the pool service game, a big chunk of your costs are effectively fixed for delivering that service each time.
What do you mean fixed? Like my chemical costs change, gas prices go up and down.
Yeah, absolutely. Those are variable overall relative to how many pools you do, sure.
Yeah.
But think about a single service visit. The cost to get your truck there, the time you've blocked out on the route, the wear and tear on equipment, the base labor time for that stop.
Okay.
For that specific service delivery, that core cost structure is relatively stable. Let's say, for argument's sake, it costs you about $100 all in to service that pool each month. That includes the average chemical use, gas for that stop, insurance allocation, labor time, etc.
Right, I see. So for that one instance of service, the main costs are locked in. The little bit extra for shock this week versus last week is kind of negligible in the grand scheme of that $100.
Exactly. That's the high leverage point in a service model like this. So let's use that baseline.
Okay.
Let's imagine a pretty common scenario. Your current price is $150 per month per client.
Okay, $150.
And we'll use that $100 figure for your total cost to deliver that service. Labor, gas, chemicals, everything.
Got it. $150 price, $100 cost.
That leaves you $50 in profit per client per month. Now, the critical thing here is the ratio. That $50 profit, it's only 1/3 of your total revenue from that client. $50, $50.
Right, okay. So 1/3 is profit.
Now, here's where the profit multiplication effect really kicks in. When you raise your price, let's say you raise it by $30. What happens to your cost to deliver the service?
Well, based on what you just said, it doesn't really change. My truck still goes there. The tech still spends about the same amount of time.
Precisely. The $100 cost stays $100. So that entire price increase, every single dollar of it,
it just drops straight to the bottom line. Pure profit.
pure, unadulterated profit. That's the magic. Let's run scenario 1, the 20% increase.
Okay. So 20% on $150, that's a $30 increase. We raised the price from $150 to $180 per month.
Right. $180. That extra $30, where does it go?
Straight into the profit column.
Yep. So your new monthly profit per client is your original $50 base profit plus that new $30 increase.
So $80 profit per client.
$80. Now, here's the crucial calculation. Measure that $30 increase against your original $50 profit base. What percentage increase is that?
$30 on top of $50. That's a 60% increase.
60%. Think about that. You raised your retail price by only 20%.
But my actual profit jumped by 60%.
That's the multiplication effect. The huge difference, that 60% boost. That's what funds real growth. Hiring better people, upgrading equipment, investing back into making the service even better.
60%. Okay, that number, that's what we're aiming for. That's significant.
Want help putting these strategies into practice? We've got some great free resources to help you get moving in the right direction and speed your path to success. Check out the show notes for a link to all of our support resources.
That's just the conservative scenario. Let's get a little bolder now. Let's link this back to your Grand Slam offer.
Right, because we're not just raising prices in a vacuum.
Right.
We're justifying it with more value.
Exactly. Maybe you add some small, high perceived value, but low-cost services. Things like detailed equipment safety checks each quarter, maybe proactive pool lighting inspections, or maybe you offer exclusive booking slots for seasonal openings or closings, things that don't cost you much more but sound really valuable.
So we're making that $100 fixed cost work even harder for us, delivering more perceived value without much more actual cost.
Precisely. And that allows us to justify an even bigger jump. Let's look at scenario 2, the 30% increase.
Okay, bolder. A 30% hike on $150. That's a $45 increase. So the new price is $195 per month.
$195. And again, that extra $45, pure profit, right?
Right, because the cost didn't change.
Yeah. So your new monthly profit is the original $50 plus the $45 increase. That totals
$95 per client.
$95 profit per client per month. Now compare that to your original $50 profit.
Going from $50 to $95, that's almost double. That's a 90% profit increase.
90%. You effectively almost doubled your profit per client with just a 30% change in your price because you strategically layered on value that leveraged your existing costs.
Okay, that number 90%, it almost sounds too good to be true. Which I guess leads us right to the big fear again. The listener's thinking, this math is amazing, but I can't possibly raise prices 30% without losing everybody.
And that's the hurdle, the emotional barrier, the fear of loss.
Yeah. You have to embrace attrition. You really do. You must get comfortable with the idea that maybe 10%, maybe even 20% of your current clients might leave.
But why is that? Okay, losing 10% sounds terrifying.
Because think about who those clients are likely to be. They're the ones who see your service purely as a commodity. They're the price shoppers, the ones who probably cause the most headaches anyway, right?
Yeah, probably. The ones always complaining or comparing prices.
Exactly. They aren't invested in your value proposition. They're not your ideal client for a premium service. Letting them go, it's addition by subtraction.
Okay, let's put numbers on that. Say I have 100 clients right now at the $150 rate. That's $15,000 in revenue. And at $50 profit each, that's $5,000 in profit per month.
Right, $5,000 profit.
Now, I implement scenario 2, the 30% hike to $195. My profit per client jumps to $95. But let's say I lose 20% of my clients because of the price hike. So I drop from 100 clients down to 80. What happens to my profit?
Okay, so now you have 80 clients. But each of those 80 clients is generating $95 in profit for you.
Yeah.
So 80 times $95. 80 times 95, that's $7,600 in monthly profit.
$7,600. Now compare that to your original $5,000.
Wow. I lost 20 clients, 20% of my customer base, yet my profit went up from $5,000 to $7,600. That's more than a 50% increase in
A
profit.
52% profit increase, yeah, while doing 20% less work.
That's profound. You cut your workload, you freed up time and resources, you probably eliminated 20 sources of potential complaints.
And you still dramatically increase your profit. Losing the bargain hunters isn't a setback. It's actually a strategic win. It creates capacity to give even better service to the premium clients you really want.
Okay, I'm starting to see it. Have you seen companies actually pull this off, like really big jumps?
Oh, absolutely. We've seen this executed flawlessly, even at a pretty large scale. There was one national home service company, let's just call them Profit Services Group. They were stuck, stuck in that commodity trap. Margins were thin, couldn't really invest back into the business or the team properly.
So what did they do? Did they go for like a 30% jump?
They went bigger, much bigger. They successfully rolled out, get this, a 78% membership price hike across their entire base of about 700 subscriptions.
78%? Wow, how did they even manage that?
They used the exact same mathematical lever we just discussed. But the key was how they communicated it. It wasn't just prices are going up. It was phased, multi-touch communication. And the focus was entirely on the elevated service standards they could now afford to deliver because of the price change.
Like what kind of things?
Things like guaranteed next-day response times, advanced quarterly equipment reviews, tangible benefits that justified the premium price. They framed it as an investment in a better experience for the client.
Okay, but surely they faced backlash. A 78% hike sounds insane.
Oh, they did. They absolutely anticipated losing clients.
Yeah.
But they understood that managing that fear requires extreme confidence in the value you deliver. They ended up losing about 15% of their client base.
15%?
And frankly, it was exactly the 15% they were happy to let go. But because the price hike was so significant, their total revenue and, more importantly, their profit skyrocketed overnight.
And what did they do with that new profit?
That's the key. It wasn't just about pocketing more money. That new margin allowed them to hire dedicated client retention specialists, invest heavily in new technology for scheduling and communication.
Yeah.
Basically, they dramatically improved the customer experience, which elevated the perceived value even more.
So they actually built a stronger business because of it.
Massively stronger. And guess what? They quickly regained that lost 15% client count, but now attracting clients willing to pay the new, higher premium rate from the start.
That's a powerful example. So the key takeaway here for you listening.
Yeah, the pool industry, like many service industries, rewards boldness. The goal isn't just getting the most customers. If you want that million-dollar money model, the goal is getting the most profitable revenue.
By delivering undeniable guaranteed value to fewer, maybe, but better clients.
Exactly. The math, as we've shown, is crystal clear. You don't need a massive, exhausting list of clients if you monetize each relationship effectively.
You just need to get paid what you're actually worth based on the premium service and that peace of mind guarantee you provide.
Right. That 60% or even that 90% jump in profit margin per client. That's the leverage. That's what gives you the freedom and the resources to run your business instead of, having the business run you ragged.
Okay. So the foundation is set. We've got the mindset, the offer, the value framing, and now the price reflects that premium status. You've got the mathematical confidence to charge it.
Right.
But a premium price means nothing if you don't have the right clients willing and happy to pay it. How do you find those people?
Well, that is the perfect transition.
Yeah.
That's exactly the next piece of the puzzle. Now we need to shift our focus entirely to client acquisition, specifically attracting premium clients.